Oh, sorry, folks. I didn't actually realise 8 o'clock had rolled around so quick, and I've actually got the hiccups too, so pardon me if you hear me hitch a touch. But we've got, as I said earlier, Younger and Dixon versus McCartney and Crawley. I've been asked for some score predictions. I'm going to predict Jake McCartney wins 8-2. I know that sounds harsh. And I'm going to say Joel wins 8-6. That's my predictions for these matches. And mind you, though, I should deduct a couple of frames off Jake just because of that ridiculous beanie that he's wearing. Possibly a bannable offence, in my opinion. Like, you've got bad etiquette. You've got bad etiquette and bad sportsmanship in the game. But bad attire, that should be a new rule because that beanie is next level homeless. And I don't even know how Rusty's got away with his dress attire, actually. Let's just speak about dress attire. He's not even wearing pants, and he's got runners on, basically. Are you kidding me or what? Good shot there from Travis. I don't think he wanted that red in, though. Not sure if this black goes to the left centre that Thames on at the moment. So the way Thames played this shot tells me the black does go to the left centre. In fact, I'm just looking at the table and I think it's pretty comfortable. We've just got to play a good little stun shot on this. Just got to cue it nice. Don't twitch it. Played it well. Good open of the account there for Tem. Definitely has evolved since last year. If you ever want to look at Thames' performance last year, he made the final, and I know he was a bit of a drunken imbecile, but I think he's evolved a lot in 1 year with his game. He's proven to be extremely dangerous in every tournament he enters now, and he's going deep in a lot of them. And if he does get beat, he's either just had one bad match or he's just been, I don't know, potentially outplayed, but. He's just really dangerous now as an opponent. Runs a lot of racks, very creative. Probably tactically still needs, I guess, to develop a little, but I don't think he needs to that much because the style that he plays is so aggressive and dangerous that you're not called on the B game as often as what people think. Oh, Jess Trav hasn't caught that yellow thick enough there. I think it's hard to tell on screen, but I think he can just get through to the angle to the top. No. I reckon he's on it. I think he's on this. In actual fact, I think he can overcut it. I'll tell you what happens with situations like this is people... Wow, he's not even going that way. I think it's on all day myself. I had a good look behind the shot and I think it's on. And what a shot this is. What a great pot. I think he just laid up for the crowd. He could have banged that in the top right and says, no, let me layer up.
They both said it was onto the right pocket.
It was on.
No, it wasn't.
It was on. There's... Hey. Look at this beanie, would you, folks? Are you fair dinkum? Big break from McCartney, but that beanie, I'm going to be harping on about it all tournament. I don't know why Salty and Rudders haven't banned it. I really don't. Salty says he's got nothing to do with the dress code. It's the Rudders. That's Rudders section. Hard to believe Rudders hasn't noticed it yet. Well, I don't know if Joel and Tem are using pool stat or not because the score hasn't updated. So I've actually predicted an 8-6 to Joel and an 8-2 to Jake, and so far they've both opposite players have won the frame, opening frame. So yeah, good game, me. Hang on, sorry, I did take a couple of frames off for Jake for that beanie, so 8-4. Jake's just landed okay there. I think the black's his concern. The rest of the balls are pretty good. Has this ball in the middle, and it's a bit of a key shot for me because he gets to manipulate the angle to the next set of 3 yellows are in a line. Good shot there from Joel. However, having said that, he wanted to open up the black to the bottom right. Hasn't been successful in that. And actually, having said, when I said good shot, I'd probably take it back a little because I believe Joel want to hit the black quite full and not move the red. And this, unless I'm reading this wrong, there's a bit of work to do with this yellow over the hole. Might be able to stun down table, bottom side, play it from the middle. That's what he's done. Played it pretty good. I'd like to have come down a little further. And I like the way Jake's played that yellow over the hole, or sorry, into the middle. I would assume that he's looking at the middle of the 3 and just nudge into the black, open up the black, and then he's got the opening ball on the left side to the bottom left, but he just wants to make sure he doesn't hit the bottom side of the black and leave himself nothing. Got to hit middle or high side of this black here. Good shot from Joel. As you can see there, Jake has hit the pretty much high and centre of the black, like I said. Gives himself a good shot at this yellow. And now he's just having a quick look. Wants to see where he wants to land, make sure it's a pretty clean pot. You will see Jake do a lot of walking around because he is an angle checker. I think Jake's the way he does do the walk around. So he's even done it again. He doesn't even need to do this, but it's just a habit. That's a very good habit as well. A bad habit that he does have though is his beanie. Geez, that's shocking. It really is shocking, that beanie. I can't stress enough how bad that is. That is absolutely. The colours don't even make any sense. Well, I guess if you want to make it worse, throw some purple in there. But what's he thinking? Oh, I'll tell you what. Have a look to the left side of the camera there. Speaking about beanies, what the hell is that one? That blue and white thing that's going on over there. Jake's trying to tell me that's Butters' beanie. I don't think Butters would admit that. Oh my God! It's the year of the beanies. Still trying to just update Joel and Tim's score. It is 1-1 for those that are interested. Or haven't kept a track. Good break there from Trav. We'll take Reds. Have a look at this, folks. You fair income or what? I don't know. Does that beat Jake's or not? You tell me. Have we got chat going on here or what, Salty? Can we find out what the folks think about this beanie debate? Like, I know some people want to hear about all the pool, but you've got to mix it up. And seriously, the beanie debate is becoming a hot topic right now. No chat. You've killed the chat. You folks have been watching. You've seen both beanies. Which one's worse? And Travis has had some pretty good results of late. He came back from the Worlds, shot high stats for the Aussie team, made the World team. Last money match he played was against Sarwin, beat him as well. I forget the score, my bad. That was actually one of my events too, so I should know that. Both are bad. I'll tell you what, I don't know if that's any good. Covering that pocket doesn't actually serve any purpose for Travis because none of the yellows are going there. Straight away, Jake's got a chance to release the ball off the left side cushion. However, there is some danger involved in that because he won't be on another yellow if he doesn't land on the one he kicks out. The two that are on the top right-hand side cushion are horrible. I don't think they plant. However, if he really wants to, he can come off the back cushion and go into the back of the yellows and get a good snooker. I really like that shot. He's gone for the kick out straight away on him. Jason Tanaskovich says shot. I personally think that's a bad shot. Unless he... And the only reason I say that is he actually has to produce a massive out from here. I really liked coming off the back cushion and going in behind them and guaranteeing yourself a snooker. Heaps of stuff to do. Are you sure? Alex has been called in to see whether there was a foul there or not. Pretty sure it was all right. Good shot from Jake. Still stacks of work to do, like I said. If he actually gets this out, it's quite large, much like his cranium. Good shot there from Tem too. I don't know if you saw that shot or not, but he's played that very well. It's actually hard to choose which match to focus on here, or you flick them back and forth a lot because they're both excellent matches. A lot of talent on screen. This is not getting any easier for Jake. I know he's pot a few balls, but like I said, it's not getting any easier. I have to think that Tem plays this ball top right now. He's not even looking at it, but I'm really surprised about that. He's going to eliminate the bottom end first. He's mapped it well. Like, obviously just plays this in, then plays the long ball afterwards, and he's got the linking ball over the hole to the black. But I would have gone the other way personally, but having said that, he had open area of the table, and he's nice and neat here. Good shot. Oh, he's missed it. So even if that went in, still had to play like a run-through double, avoid the black, get on the yellow. Stacks to do still. But he hasn't actually left anything for Travis. Bit of a shot to nothing from Jake. And Tem is about to go 2-1 up. Does go 2-1 up. Was a good finish. Oh, big effort. It's not a bad shot from where Trav was, really. Scores are now updated on the Joel and Temujin match. Weird break there from Joel. They didn't really seem to open up. He found a ball, but they just sort of didn't really explode. They just sort of slowly separated. Didn't want to be on the cushion there, Jake, or close to it. Would have liked a little bit more queuing room to get to the bottom end of that white without having to jack up too much. May actually play the double. May play the punch double here in the middle. May have no choice, in fact. Can't tell. Oh, well, he's playing it, I think. Yep, he's played the punch double. I don't know if he's come far enough or not. We'll know in a second by his face. Seems okay with it. And we'll be able to just glance off the top side of the red as well if he can't get into this enough. Otherwise, he'll just stun off a side rail. Yes, he just glanced off the red. Played it perfectly. And we'll go 2-1 up. Tem plays a little layup snooker. No. He's 2-1 down. Big break from Jake there. Jesus, Got a lot of action on the white ball, screwed back to the back rail, found a couple of balls, and strangely enough, they've all just sucked over to the right side of the table and clustered up. Initially, that break looked huge, but it's interesting to see what he chooses here because it's a bit of a good news, bad news affair for both balls. That red over the middle creates all sorts of hassles for yellows, and the red that's stuck to the yellow that's on the right side of the table creates all sorts of hassles for the yellow for the reds. So I'll be interested to see what he chooses here. It'll be whatever he feels he can develop best. I've got a feeling it could be reds, because what he'll be able to do is play the red over the hole off the side cushion and flick into the yellow. The red will go into the side cushion and then head towards off the side cushion to the bottom rail and actually free it up. But the problem he's got here is the linking ball to that kick out is the one over left centre, and he's got to play it now. Could play this off the black, but the problem with that, we'll push it up there. He's going to cut it straight on there. No, he's tried to play the little flick off. How'd he go? He's found the pot, and now we can play the shot I said. And don't be afraid to get into this, because even if you land the white ball in the bottom row, you're still on the ball in the middle. You can see right here, he's looking at the angle, and you can see that he's trying to hit it on the right side of the yellow, so it pushes the red into the side cushion and down towards the bottom rail. And also the white will travel as well, it won't get stuck there. No, he's played it bad. He played it with too much power. He's not got away with it, I don't think. But you saw him force himself into the yellow that was closest to them all because he played it with so much power. Had to time it better and just use more side to flick it. But he's still a chance. Meanwhile, Tem on the other tables just played a shot in the middle, just landed a little short. He's in a bit of trouble here now. Rio, I'm not sure if you bought that shirt for Tem or not, but if you did, I think you need to ring Colby up right now and just get some fashion tips off her. Because I've never seen Colby buy me a shirt that looks crap. And that honestly does look crap, that shirt. I'm just putting it out there. Oh, he's found a yellow. That's actually a touch stiff. And you would expect Joel will get these. He's got an easy opener, top right. And it to me is a bit of a key shot because he wants to get right back down the table. Can't just punch to the centre of the table because you not a lot. Actually, bottom one that's above the black goes to the bottom left, so he'll be all right. Still though, get at least centre table here. Bit short, still should be okay. Meanwhile, I was so focused on that little visit there that Joel had, I actually missed what happened with the Jake and Travis frame. Who won that? Jake won. 3 goes to 3-1 up. Good shot there from Joel. I know initially it doesn't look great, but he's got a nice easy ball to the top left. They all link up quite nicely now. Because all he's got to do is run through a bit and then he's basically got all roll-ins after this shot. Unless I'm reading the angle wrong. It looks like he can run through and get just off straight on this last yellow and then drop it in, play the yellow in the left middle afterwards. Just like this. And that's just, he's got to drop it in now. Oh, he's decided to go 2 cushions. Got an unwanted flick on the red, but still okay. Another interesting match going on the sidelines as well. Dave Rothland and Rusty Wheeler. I find that quite an interesting match. So Joel levels things up at 2-all. Tim probably feel a little bit hard done by there with the result that he got. I mean, it's like Jake is starting to take control of this match now. He's looking pretty good to go 4-1 at this visit. Good shot that from Jake. Really, really nice cannon to make this very, very precise. Wouldn't surprise me if he actually stuns up here a bit so he can actually play off 2 through the traffic. I don't think he can drop it in and have the angle to get to stun high, so just stunning a little bit here and just creating an angle. Just like that. So he's created that angle. Now he can actually find his way through this traffic because it's not too... It looks really hard, but you can actually find your way through this traffic without too much problems with that good angle. He could even play this with just right-hand side and just take the one rail escape and just clear the red near the middle, and he's guaranteed to actually be on the red then. So that's exactly what he's done. Taken the one rail. He probably pushed that yellow in a position where he isn't awesome. Just creates the position on this black a little trickier. Felt he hit it a bit hard myself. I thought if he just played that sort of plain dead weight, he wouldn't have gone in. He could have just stuck to the side rail and not gone into the yellow at all. But now he's looking at where he needs to be. This is not where he wants to land, where he's lined the queue up. He's just checking. He's lining up the angle, the line that he wants to take, heading down table, because I think he actually wants to slip past it. Unless it goes to the bottom left. I think he's looking to slip past this black. Well, he'll accept that. He'll cop that all day. That black goes in. Jake goes to a 4-1 lead, quite commanding now at this point of the match. I'll just flick over and give the Joel and Tem match a touch of focus. I feel that I'm concentrating more on Jake and Travis's match now. I feel it's going to finish faster. I think it's going to end quicker than the other match, so I'm sort of giving it a bit more attention. Apparently it's my shout next. Loser sides of the draw are also starting as well now. They should pop up on pool stat as we go. There are a few guys are just getting sent upstairs now on the tables. That will be... Actually, I'll be one of those players soon. I think I'm playing the winner of Jeremy Maguire and Rick Lee, who are still going. Don't know what the score is. I don't think they're even using pool stat. But they're still going, are they? No, they're finished. Who won? So Rick's won. I'll be playing Rick soon, I'm tipping. So you may see me exit shortly. Good little shot there from Jake. You can just flick onto the left side of the yellow here. Give it a little bit. Give it a little bit. And the reason I say that, if you flick the left-hand side of the yellow, you'll push the yellow towards the right side cushion. The red will head down table, and you will be on it. Don't smash it. Just give it a little bit to separate, get a decent separation, and allow the white to clear as well. Even play it with some right-hand side. That way, if you catch the bottom rail, you'll push the white to the left and just create a bit more opening. Oh, he's found the red, played it well. Oh, Rudders is going to commentate. This could be interesting.
Mate, I'm the #1 commentator for Q Sports Taz. That's all you got.
Rudders is the #1 Q Sports Taz commentator, I've been told. He's the only one. Until I'm looking to... just for the folks out there, I'm looking to expand my footprint. I'm looking to take over Tassie. Mate, are you fair dinkum? You've got on backwards. Turn it around this way, mate. Rudders is having trouble getting the microphone even on his head.
You've got to leave room for the beer.
Joel's overhit that a little. He's got to actually come off top cushion now. Welcome, Rudders.
G'day, Steve-o.
Mate, are you still in the tournament or are you
I just got rolled by Sammy Thurgood.
Sammy Thurgood, the
Yep.
#2 head.
Yep.
Oh, bad shot there from Jake.
8-5 down to Sammy. Sammy was playing quite well, actually, queuing it very nicely. So, no complaints from me
No complaints?
at all. No.
Well, I like to put a complaint in.
Yeah, okay.
I lost to 10. I'm complaining about that right now.
I did see some of that, yeah.
You saw some of that?
Yeah.
Saw some of that loss?
Yep. He seemed to be playing quite well, though. I didn't see him miss too many balls.
No, look, I'll cop it on the chin, mate. He played it right.
Yeah.
Ran a lot of racks on me. Now, Joel's got to play us a bit of left-hand side. He's played that pretty good.
I think he's just took a bit of medicine there. I think he could have put more left on it and probably got a little bit straighter on the black, but he's just... You reckon? Yeah, he could have come around a bit further?
I think if he plays it more left, he actually kills the white a bit more with the check. So
Yep.
I think he's happy to just get a shot on it. This is very potable. Oh, he's missed it. One thing that actually surprises me about Joel, with such a complete player that he is, I think he grips the cue quite tight. His grip doesn't look loose at all. It's very tight, and that's very strange to see.
I'll have to have a look at that because I haven't taken a lot of notice.
I'll tell you someone else that grips the cue extremely tightly, who's actually a very nice cueist, is actually Paul Clack.
Yep.
He throttles the cue. And you can actually see Travis, like the back arm there is probably a little tricky to see, but he's quite loose on the grip. Jake's probably got the... Other than Alec, Jake has probably got the loosest grip in the game. I think Alec probably has the loosest grip in the game. It's basically a thumb and index finger.
Yep.
Sometimes you'll cradle it with other fingers here and there, but generally it's when he's cueing well, it's very, very loose. I don't think Trevor's going to take anything on here. I think he's just going to drop another snooker in. Unless he's got two. I don't think he does. No, Jake got the black. Oh, good shot from Tem. Jeez, he's still got work to do, though. Has he got the angle now to just float down Brothers onto this ball?
Yeah, I've heard this call over and over again.
The float
on
call?
cue ball.
Float?
The float.
Mate, I thought I busted out for Taz.
Yeah. No, I like it. Not sure Butters likes it, but
I think Butters is warming to it.
is he?
Yeah, he
Is
likes
he
to use
using it, or is he just happy with you to use
I
it?
think when he uses it, he gives me the eye and goes, "You see that, mate? I can use it too." Right. Good shot there from Jake to hit it. Probably wishing he smashed it a bit harder now. Wasn't quite going to the pocket, but Trav should get these.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, there's no trouble there at all, really, is there?
Tem's giving himself good chance here too. He's got good angle, even if he overstuns, has chance to the middle. Oh, he overstunned it. Overstunned it, as in like got into it too much.
Ooh. He's going to have to cue this well now to cue away
Deep
from the black,
yeah,
but
deep
that's
screw.
better than just.
Playing it with side too. Great shot.
Yeah.
Really good shot.
That's forced him to cue it, though, but the angle he left on it.
Agree, mate.
Yeah, definitely forced.
3-2 up.
Yeah.
Travis has to get these, otherwise it's 9 eyes for him. 4-2 to 5-1.
Yeah.
Overhit that. Straight off the bat, he's just overstunned a touch.
If he lands straight on that ball to the middle, they're just all drop-ins, aren't they? But now he's just got a little bit of work. He'll probably take the ball to the top left and just screw across to the other side.
Just think
Rail. Top left.
I think I'd still play the ball in the middle as a bit of a shot to nothing, but he's playing your shot, mate.
No, he's playing yours to the middle.
I'd be playing the other one, I think, but
No,
I
said
could
one
be
to
reading the
top
angle
left.
wrong. Played that well.
Yeah. How have you found the weekend, mate? Any major complaints or anything?
No, I've had a good time. I think, look, if you're going to get sooky about things and really get critical, I think the tables upstairs to downstairs play very, very different, so you've got to adjust. It's a strange combination because the upstairs tables have been reclothed, so they're really, really quick.
Yep.
But the pocket cuts are much more harsh, whereas the downstairs tables are a bit slower, but the pocket cuts are a bit more generous. So it's kind of mixing a good thing and a bad thing on both, if you know what I mean. So you're quite challenged in regards to switching between the two and adapting and settling down. But
Yeah.
overall, though, no problems at all. It's been well ran. Like the timing's been good. Tony's obviously handing out the sheets to everyone. He's all over it. It's been run very efficiently.
And this has been the first year we've used Poolstat as well, and they've come on board. So
It's a little annoying to see if a couple of the players just simply ignoring it, not using it. I mean, it's there for a reason. I mean, there are people at home watching the stream, and wanting to know what scores are on other tables and not getting that result. And I think that's really annoying. I think if I was to give that feedback, I would actually say that there's just no ifs, buts about. I don't give a shit if you haven't got a phone. I'll borrow a phone, get a friend to do it, whatever, just make sure it's done.
Yeah.
It's not hard. All you got to do is just go to a website and type in a PIN number. It's not difficult.
Oh, exactly right. And the UDL's on the sheet that's given to you.
Exactly.
As soon as you punch that in, the PIN box comes up.
And once you type that URL in once, it actually comes up every time you start to. As soon as you start typing the word pool in, the link will come up. So you just got to click on it. It's not like you got to type the full thing in every time. It's not rocket science. So Trav 4-2. Big break. Gives the table a little bit of a hip thrust there. Was he worried about the white going in off?
Tell you what, that one, do you reckon that one drops to the left middle?
Yeah, I reckon he's good, mate. I think he'll take yellows here.
Yeah.
They're all there. I think the trickiest ball might be the one that's near the red, actually, on the right side. I think it goes clean to the top left. Salty's just giving us the overhead. It's not a full pocket, but I think he's all right with it. And I think the one that you were talking about is okay to the middle.
Yeah. I tell you what, I would even be happy to play the little back double to the other straight
Right
up
now.
Yep.
Right now.
Yep. if you like them, I love to play them, and I'd be very happy to take that on straight up.
I would deny that with every fibre of my body because
Really?
I don't like to play them.
I think they're nearly unmissable when
Do you
when
really?
you like to play them. The back double
I might have to get your doubling skills into
Yeah.
my repertoire.
within like 10 inches of the middle pocket,
Yep.
back to the other side. I think if you're on the right angle for them, I find them like a drop in.
The only thing I don't like about this is where the white's going with it. I don't mind your choice. I just don't not like where the white's
You
going.
can't not land on the ball because if you go around, you're going to go around off the two rails. You're either going to be on the ball to the top left or the one back to the top right past the red.
You got to give it a bit though, yeah. Jeez, I don't like where he's landed there. Well, now he's playing it. You're right though, right? If
He
he's
was
gonna play it
perfect on
now,
it before.
I don't think he really played for this, but he's realised he's got to play it now.
He
got
would
a
have been
sick
fat
draw
on one of
result.
those two balls before, just with a bit of running, like out, no doubt. But
See, this
Tell
yellow I
you what.
spoke about, it's near the red. It's now starting to, I guess, introduce itself as the potential problem ball in this clearance.
yeah, can we just see that top view again, Salt, please?
It does go, but it's not a full pocket.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Oh, bad miss from Joel. Jesus. One thing I can tell you about when you play Tem, you can't miss them. He's a big punisher of errors, Tem. Big punisher.
Yeah, he's just a sweet curious, isn't he? Everything makes every
I don't
shot.
even know if it's that he's a sweet curious. I think he just maps the outs very well. Like he's actually got a really good read of mapping outs and
Yeah.
picking angles and creating, like showing himself creative options to make the out simpler.
Yep.
I think he's actually probably the more I watch him play, I think he's actually one of the best mappers in the country.
He definitely, but maybe it's not that he's the greatest and the nicest looking curious, but he times the ball well.
Does time it well,
Yeah.
and he's good. He's actually very good too at manipulating the white with side.
Yep.
And more importantly, he understands how side works. And I know that sounds really dumb at the top level, but there are still heaps of players out there that are very good players
Yeah.
that don't understand how side work.
Yep.
And I'll use myself as an example as that. There are some shots that I watch people play and go, wow, didn't actually realise you could do that with side. So my understanding of side in comparison to some of these top level guys is not there. You know, and I recognise that. And
Yeah.
what's
Yeah,
bad
I'm
shot?
one that
I
I
think you
don't.
got a kick there.
I don't judge it overly well, but I mean I know what it's going to do, but I tend to put too much or too little on.
That's the thing.
You got to use an eighth of a tip, or or extreme side, and it's just
I think a lot of time when people play it with side, they actually aim with extreme side every time.
yeah.
Yeah, Cam just looked at me and he said kick. I thought he got a kick there. I saw the the object ball react badly.
Yeah.
And so yeah, what'll happen is people will play things with side and they'll actually like play it with maximum side when you've only got to play it like half a tip to the right or left of the centre.
Yeah.
Well, it went off the red. Played it all right. So my 8-2 score prediction is gone, but I did say that I'm going to give 2 extra frames to Travis because of Jake's beanie. And geez, he smashes that in Michael Scary style.
Yeah.
And Jake just ba. He just walks away, goes ba. No, whatever. I don't care. I've got a beanie on. You can't beat it.
Yeah, I'm going to make a call. We didn't stipulate in the dress code
no
that there was
beanies?
no hats or beanies.
Did you have a
But-
hat on when you played, mate? Or you only wear that when you're not
No,
playing?
I don't ever wear my hat when I'm playing in any sort of state event or comp.
Maybe just say no shit beanies, mate.
But yeah, once it comes down to the serious stuff, Jake will be informed that he won't be wearing. He will not be wearing the
It's-
beanie. I mean, it's getting serious now already, but it's gonna.
What's actually weird about it, he's not even covering the forehead. He's close enough getting the forehead of a dolphin, but he's still got that strip there that's just saying, no, I'm not quitting yet. Jason Dunstall styles. I'm running one of them myself. Got the
Yep.
Dunstall going.
It's just the
Jeez.
Ballarat do.
Mate, he's copied me for life, this kid. And big break, that. He tried to tell me Butters bought that beanie and selected it himself. And Butters might admit that, but I think he's bought it as a gag gift for Jake, knowing that he'd snap it up. I think Butters has stitched him up there.
I couldn't see Butters in a beanie.
Mate, yeah, then that's why we haven't, mate.
Yeah.
He has got an 11 on his head, Jake. You watch. When we get a front on of his shot, you have a look at his head. There's a number 11 there. You watch. We may see it shortly because he's actually even showing off the number 11. Have a look. Here we go. Look at that 11. See that? 11. See the bit in the middle? He's got an 11 on his head. I'm not even kidding. Some would say it's a Jetstar runway, but I think it's an 11.
Tem 4-2 up on Jolie.
I've early called this wrong, haven't I? I said Joel might win 8-6, although can be a bit of a hard person to predict, Joel, because it does lose some matches to some guys you think, what's going on? I'm not saying Tem's one of those, but just like he got belted by Justin at big guns like 8-2 or something, you know, like tends to be a bit unpredictable at times, Joel's score lines. Still early, of course, but...
Oh, yeah, they're definitely going to turn it around from there. These guys can run 3 or 4 rucks in no time.
Oh, look, I've got some comments now. I've got to read this.
What about Justin Sage, mate? This is the 5th year of the Killer Crossover. The previous 4 years he's made the final every year. He's won 2, lost 2, and I suppose the more finals you make, the more chance you are of failing at some stage.
Yeah.
He's been beaten by Rob Bowen just not too long ago on the losers' side, the repechage side.
Yeah, he's Gonskis.
He's
probably already on a flight home.
Probably.
It's not like he's going to go to the bar and get on it. There's been a few people asking what the score is with Barney and Rocky. I'll tell you what you guys can do. I can't tell you the score because they're not using pull stat. So how about you guys absolutely poleaxe them on Facebook Messenger and say, hey, wankers, use pull stat. That's my call.
Tone, can you hit Barney and Rocky up about using pull stat?
I don't think Rocky's used a single pull stat, Matt. I think he's refusing it, and I don't know why. It's just, I could be wrong, but he hasn't used it once, so I can only assume that he's the common ingredient. I don't get it.
It's been pretty reasonable. I think most people have. There's been the odd match here and there, but first year in, like, everyone should do it. Next year it'll just be stipulated. If you can't use pull stat, don't play your match.
Don't turn up.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, how hard is it? You can see him scrolling across the top of the screen there. Just press some buttons. Big shot coming up here for Jake. Not just this pop, but the position. Where's he going to land the white to get to clip? Oh, he's tried to go off 3.
I was directly behind that ball, and I reckon that was as close as he could go to the red to get the angle for the yellow. But that was very tight.
Oh, good shot there from Joel. Still got heaps to do, Joel, here, though, if he wants to finish. And Trav's wasted 0 time there in saying, have a snooker. McCartney.
Give a bit of a shout out to Andrew Saltmarsh here. He's building the Q Sports Taz brand, and every year it's improving and improving. Puts a lot of time in at the moment for not much reward, but he's definitely on the up and up, and we thank him very much. Obviously, he's a one of the co-managers of the event as well. And it takes us about 6, 7 months or 8 months. We have meetings for and try and get all the players here from all around Australia. But other than that, he sits here all weekend and streams like all day, every day as well. So we thank him very much.
Yes, agree. One thing I will comment too about this tournament and other tournaments that have been successful, and I count Big Guns in that. I count Berry. There's a couple others as well. Is it's actually, and the reason that the numbers are, it's not so much numbers because it's obviously limited entries, but I guess the standard is higher this year and it's getting better. It's going to get better every year. Is you guys and the other tournament organisers are actually putting in effort to put it out there, promoting it, doing the right things, you know, saying, hey, look who just entered this tournament, and giving them a spiel and just all that sort of stuff. And it's just little touches like that, the little feel-goods, you know, they matter.
Yeah, for sure.
I think they matter a lot.
And really, it's a thankless task.
It's horrible, mate.
We work all year to put it together. And, I mean, at the end, you get a few thank yous and that. But what we wanted to do was bring the best players to Tasmania so Tasmanians could experience playing against them and hopefully improve.
I really do believe that tournament organisers of this stature need to take a cut. I really do. It's a bullshit attitude that players have, saying you're taking money from our prize pool. Just shut the hell up. You wouldn't even have a tournament if it wasn't for the guys organising them.
Yeah.
So for the tournament organisers that aren't taking a cut, take yourself a small cut and reward yourself for effort, because that's what you deserve. The players are playing these tournaments because you're the one putting in the effort to make it possible for them, because you do not see elite players organising tournaments for themselves. They just want to turn up and take the money. They don't want to put all the effort in and talk to people and deal with poor players because they're annoying.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there, but Salty and I get a few free beers and maybe a meal or something, and so we slip some money to Salty for the stream for the weekend. $10 from each player goes to Salty for the stream. So
I think what Salty needs to do is get the donation thing going on, like Dan's got.
Back to the games anyway. We've give Salt enough of a pump up now.
I do actually like to have a bitch about stuff like that, because it does annoy me. Like there's such good tournaments now. Like, people used to sook that it wasn't enough going on. Now there's actually too many tournaments. There really is, because it's people are picking and choosing now. What a shot that is from Joel. People are picking and choosing now because there's too many, which is actually not a bad thing.
Yeah. I was trying the hardest to get over next weekend to Alec Everin is over at Empire. But I tried to buy into Sunday, but he doesn't do that over there. I couldn't go Friday till Monday, but if I could go Saturday morning and buy straight in, I would have been there, because he's supporting our comp, but I just couldn't justify going Friday to Monday.
I actually went to Empire last year for the first time. I'd been there in his old room quite some time ago, but chose to not do too many interstate travelling matches. But now I played in it last year. I thought the one thing that I noticed about his tournament is every single one of his tables, and this is really rare for a pool hall, is, wow, I can't believe he's missed that. What's really rare for a pool hall is every single table is exactly the same. His tables are just mint. They really are good. The tournament was run well. It's a good room. Yep. And I just decided, and also Alec is a big 8-ball guy, you know, like, not just as a player, but he puts time into promoting the game too. So I chose to support him for that reason. Having said that, I haven't missed a tournament this year except Albury, and the only reason I missed Albury is because I went on a holiday to Thailand. Jake is about to go 5-3 up, and Tem is about to go 5-2 up after a really, really bad miss from Joel. Well, That's actually, in my opinion, going to prove to be a match coster. 5-2 against a player of Thames calibre to make clearances off the break is not a good scoreline to face for anyone.
That was that 2 blacks into that same pocket. Joel's missed very, very potable.
That one was just, I don't know.
The other one was,
I think he tried to steer that a little.
they weren't drop-ins, either of them, but they were, you'd expect him to pot them 10 out of
Why
10.
doesn't he punch that in, though?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And that's how he cues the ball. He's a good cueist.
Yep.
Punch it in.
Jake got that last frame, did he?
He did, yeah. He's
Yeah.
5-3 up. Look at Trav. He's just looking at the table going, what have I done there? How do I deal with this monster that is Jake McCartney?
Takes, like I noticed before when Trav was playing, he's got a bit of duct tape down there at the end of his cue. I'm not sure if that's for weight or whether it's been broken.
I
or
think he's done the old cue slam on the floor a couple too many times and he's just
Maybe
holding it together.
maybe a fracture in the bottom.
Oh, what's going on here? Jesus, get that head off the screen.
Who's that rude Ed?
Oh, he's still in the tournament too, Damo. He's still going. He's playing Alec Everard now. He's 3-0 down last I saw. He just rolled Mark Kerwood actually the round before.
We appreciate Damien Smith very much. A good Tasmanian boy. He supports the comp with a bit of sponsorship and stuff. And this year he's also been kind enough to travel down with his busy schedule up there. So, yeah, thank you very much to Smithy for that.
I think he'll be pretty happy with his tournament so far. He's done pretty well.
Yeah, well, he's gone a lot deeper than I have because I'm sitting here commentating.
Big split coming up here for Tem.
Yep.
He needs to miss that first yellow. He's done it. Not awesome, but not bad. Little soft screw here into the red, but he wants to hit. He wants to actually, you know what? No soft screw at all. Play this plain ball and try and catch it thin to the left, but I don't know if he can. I need to see the table again. No, he can't. He's going to go into it thick, so I think
He's going
this is
to
tricky.
have to play deep, I think, into it.
Oh, no, he could miss it. Well, there you go. I misread it, which is good for Tem.
Yeah, that looked completely different, that angle, didn't it?
Yeah, I thought he was going into the red.
Yep.
Initially, I thought maybe he could catch the left side of it and it wouldn't matter, but missed it completely. If anything, he's underhit it because he wanted to be probably on the high side.
Yeah.
Big break there from Trav. Huge break. But you know what? I say big break, but they've actually fallen quite awkward.
Yeah, there's several awkward balls there on both colours, really.
Well, my first glance was yellows, but then I'm thinking, oh, they're actually not that great. And then I looked at reds, they're not that great either.
No.
When you're actually faced with a table like this where they're both awkward, I think the thing to assess is there's two ways to look at it. What balls can I take control of the frame of, where I can leave my opponent in trouble when they get to the visit, or what balls can I manufacture the development of the dead balls with easier? I still like yellows here myself, and Trav says yes. That's not a good result for Tem. I was about to say bad shot, but probably touch unfortunate.
Definitely, yeah, I think Trav's got to take the yellows.
So I like going into the black here. Plain ball into the black. The angle wasn't there, so never mind. But all I know is you've got to try and get up on and deal with this ball. It's the top left-hand corner as soon as possible. You can't just pop balls and leave it there.
Yeah, I'd like to get on that very early and sort of straightish to play it just off the rail, off the red, and sort of get it over the bag or something like that. If you can't find the angle to come into it and bring it out.
Well, this ball over the hole, he's not finding the angle here. Like that. I think that yellow's in the way of the natural path. Because you want to flick it with some side, but I think the yellow.
I think he's probably could have the angle to go 2 rails into it, but is he going to land on? He wouldn't land on anything.
Well, you're right, mate. Yeah, it's a good call. He's actually been a bit stiff there. In fact, he's been ridiculously stiff.
You just need that, that other a ball sitting somewhere that you're going to land on if you play that shot. And
agree.
he just didn't have it.
Yeah, no
It
linking
has to
ball.
work out perfect.
But I think that's the worst result of all time for him there.
Yeah.
Any cannon, anything but that, it was probably okay.
He's just going to have to chop that one down. If he's still on it at the top on the balk line, maybe smother or something. That other red.
Just don't try and push us over the middle too neat and open up the pocket
Yeah.
for that red.
Just cover the side
Who's
of
the
that middle
imbecile with the
pocket.
mobile phone? It's got to be Rusty, is it? Actually, have we got the pull stat on Rusty and Roth? It's not like Roth don't not want to use technology.
That's not ideal for Trav. He's just
3-1 to Rusty.
Trav has just launched the white ball off the table.
What? Oh, I've missed that. What did you do? How did you do that?
I didn't see the beginning of it, but I seen the end result because the white ball was hopping across the floor over there.
What did he play to do that, though?
I didn't see. I just seen the white ball hopping actually over here near the table. I wasn't watching that screen. I was watching Joel.
Oh, good shot from Joel. Really nice shot. I think he actually played to land higher and play on the other ball, but he knew this was the backup if he underhit it.
Yep. Have a look at the beds on these tables. These are brand new tables, and you can already see the.
Are you sure they are?
These are 4 tables of brand new tables they
Really?
got here. Saudi was it?
Oh, look at
couple
this.
of weeks ago?
That's sick. How's he found that gap? Mate, I find that hard to believe just because of the aeroplane strips that are already on the triangle area.
Definitely these 4 tables, the front 2, the one behind them, and the one on the
cloth
left.
can't possibly be new.
The 2 the one at the back and the one on the right are old tables. But these
Well, these
tables,
two we're looking at now, where you can see the aeroplane strips on the triangle area. I call it the aeroplane strip because it looks like one of those stealth bombers.
Yeah,
I,
good call.
I've never seen cloth wear that quick if it's brand new cloth. Because those lines, they're actually impact spots. They're not movement. They're actually impact spots from every single ball in the pack. So when you hit the pack with the white, it sounds really weird, but when the white ball contacts the red, it actually pushes the ball down into the cloth.
Yep.
And creates that spot. And what happens is all the junk and the muck and the chalk that's underneath the balls, it goes into the cloth and then it creates that, it spreads around the point of the ball that touches the table. And that's what creates it. So if you were to pull this cloth off, you would actually see a whole bunch of crap on the slate where you can basically pull it off with like a Stanley knife or whatever, like a razor blade, or it might just come off with a cloth. But yeah, you can get quite a build-up of muck on your slate.
Yeah, well, I'm just going by what I've been told because obviously
I'm shocked that this is new cloth if that's
I
the
don't
case.
purchase these tables. We organised the event from the other end of the state, and the Hobart Workmen's Club sorts of tables, but apparently these tables have just come in from South Australia.
I also think that the cloth's not quick enough to be new. The ones upstairs, they've been reclothed and they are very quick. But look, I'm not fussed about it, to be honest. I think the tables are running okay. So it's actually really interesting because this is my first time here, and the reason it's my first time here is because this tournament falls on my mum's birthday every year, so I never really got here. And when I walked in here, I just expected. I had this vision in my head, and it was nothing like what I saw. And I was off-put initially because, you get an image in your head, and if it's not what you expect, you're instantly off-put.
Yeah.
But as I've spent time, I've really enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed the club. I think the staff have been fantastic. I've got along with a couple of boys behind the bar. They've been really good.
Yes, we did sample a couple last night.
Yeah.
1 or 3.
23. Good shot this from Joel. Great shot.
Oh, yes.
The real benefit for him there, the real bonus is he hasn't Chinese himself on the yellow.
Yep.
But I wouldn't surprise me if he plays the the red to the left now, because trying to screw back for it to land neat is hard. So why not play it now while you're on it? You're probably on it as good as you're going to be,
Yep.
and you're going to have a natural angle off the back cushion to play for the other red anyway. So why not play it now? He's going to make an idiot of me here and not play it.
I'd be playing the same shot.
No,
yeah,
he's playing it.
yeah,
okay.
be definitely playing this ball. You're just going straight onto it, ain't you?
Just doesn't want to overhit this because he can Chinese himself again here. He can land awkward. He's found the gap, but this is not perfect. So I felt you just dropped that in dead
Yeah.
weight.
I think the ball in the centre of the table though now goes to the bottom left, and that's his hardest ball. So if he gets rid of it now, really, he's sort of drop-ins. You know, he's got a little bit of work to do. If he takes that ball to the bottom left,
You got to stun it, don't you?
yeah, oh, definitely. But you'd expect him to pot it every day of the week, and then he's in the box seat.
He's going to be on left side of the table here for the book line ball. Played it well.
Yep.
It's so important too when you play shots like that, because all he's focusing on there is the pot. He knows if he just plays a little stun shot, the white ball's going left side of the table, he's going to be on the red.
Yeah.
But what's important about that shot is not being on the rail. If you're on the rail here,
Oh yeah.
it just adds
Definitely.
just unnecessary pressure and just annoyance to the out.
Where do you think he wants to?
He wants to be really straight on this.
Salty, can we have the top view for a second, please?
I think the black goes in the right middle.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't got it with camera on that one.
Oh, sorry, Andrew.
Next
Bit more
year.
technology, please, mate.
I think this black goes in both middles, mate.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and just sort of top through to the side rail and leave yourself the angle to sort of come out and around. That's why I wanted to see the top view.
Oh, Jake's taken the beanie off.
Yes, I did notice
He must
that.
be overheating, or he's had enough of the stick. He will screw back now, I think. Yeah, he'll screw back, just clear the red,
Yeah.
he'll clear the yellow for the left middle now.
It's the smartest shot, yeah, but I thought, yeah,
I
I would have played just to stay on the side rail, just come round the angle, and especially if the black definitely went to the right middle.
I love the experience shown here by Joel, because he got straight down this shot and thought, hang on, I actually need to know exactly where I need to be here. So he goes around and checks. He might
Yep.
be screwing right out here. He's going to screw right out. He is. He screwed right out. He actually put his cue just to the right of the spot he's landed on. He knew he was going to land in that area. He's played that pretty well. This will be no problems for him, Miss Black. Surprise! I think he just wanted to guarantee, good cueing.
Yep.
Yep. So 5-4. That felt like It felt like Tem was in his chair for an eternity there in that frame.
Yeah, that was. Obviously it's a pivotal frame. Everyone is, but yeah, it's definitely more handy for Joel to win it there.
Jesus, this kid here. Oh, I shouldn't call him a kid anymore because he's 28 or 29. Actually, he's 30 this year. He's getting old, the old McCartney. He's relentless. He's so hard to beat in these races. Doesn't make a lot of errors, and you got to punish him for the errors that he does make. Otherwise, it just compounds.
Yep. We obviously appreciate him coming down as well, as we do all the mainland players, but especially with all the travel he's been doing with the Supreme Pool Series and all that sort of stuff. And obviously he's still working full time with JR and doing everything he's doing, so it must be, very hard for him when he's trying to concentrate on the Supreme and then to come and support this event as well. It all costs money, and I mean, if you don't finish up there and get your money back, or or win the tournament, you're down. So we appreciate it very, very much.
I know he was burned out a little bit there for a bit when he did a couple of the Supremes in a row, and there's a couple of tournaments in between. He was burned out a little bit because of the travel and the interstate flights and stuff, as well as the international flights. He was burned out a little bit, but
Yep.
to me, I know he seems pretty. For me, I think he's actually right this moment, tournament favourite. He seems to have found a good groove and relaxing point in this tournament.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's working hard out there either. Like he's 6-3 up. To me, it doesn't look like he's really worked that hard to get 6-3 up.
Yeah, no, I agree, actually. I agree fully.
And that's not, obviously no disrespect to Trav at all, but I'm just focusing on,
Yeah.
I guess, not his opponent right now, regardless of who it is. It's just I guess, his demeanour, his mindset. I know Jake really, really well, and I can tell when he's on and when he's not.
Yeah, and we know Trav's been playing very, very well of late. He's
Comes back
had
from the
some
Worlds.
good results and player of the tournament at the Worlds, and he had a good win in the money match at Big Guns. And how'd he go in Big Guns in the actual draw? Did he go okay or not?
I'm not sure, actually.
Yeah. But anyway, those
I don't think
results.
he did that great.
Yeah, no, those results we're talking about, though. Obviously, it's no mean feat to be player of the championship at the world titles in Blackpool.
I think it's really hard to actually run an event and play well in it if you run it,
Yeah.
because you're so focused on making sure everything's running good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I tried to do it myself. I played Steve Halliday,
Yes.
and although, no disrespect to Steve, I was probably a massive favourite on paper at that distance. I was 6-2 down, and I was looking around the room just trying to make things organise. Like I was focusing on organising things and stuff like that. It took me a long time to settle, And because it was, I think, the first event too, there was so many things forgotten.
Yep.
And you're always thinking about, what can I do to improve, and blah blah blah, and you just, it's hard to focus. And it's the same as if you run a tournament. You're always worrying, trying to think of if you're doing the right thing. Can things be better? Can you do anything to help now to players or whatever? It's hard to focus on playing your own game.
Yeah, no, I agree fully there, mate. I understand that.
Well, as you would, because you're involved in this tournament.
Yeah, that's right. And today it's been okay, because once it's all up and running, I've got Tony that does the draw for us and helps out tremendously there, Tony Cannon. That does a fantastic job. Soldy's over here running this. But last night when I was coming into my first match, I was trying to get the Calcutta all done, and then I've got all the money, and I was trying to get rid of the money, and, my opponent's over on the table, and he's potting balls, and then all of a sudden, he's there for 10 minutes potting balls, and then all of a sudden I've walked over to the stream table, and I'm on. And I got my cue out, put it together, and
Off you
straight
go.
into the match. Didn't hit a ball. So, yeah, it's things like that, but... That's what we do. There's other tournaments we don't have to run, we can go to and hopefully perform in them. But
they're all 1%ers, and 1%ers matter.
yeah,
This shot from Jake, he's wow, he's actually got not a great result there, I don't think. Or was he on this yellow top end? I tell you, this frame for Tem is huge. Was he 5-3 up, 5-2 up, 5-3 up? Was he 5-2 at one
definitely
point?
5-3. Yeah, I reckon he was 5-2.
So Andy Barnett is 4-2 up against Rocky. For those who are interested, it's
Yeah,
they
right.
now have Paul Stat running.
I'd like to thank my brother, who's sitting over there having a beer and has dialed into pool stat for them, and is actually scoring their match. My brother, because
I'm sure they've both got phones too.
yeah. Anyway, thanks Shadow for that.
Good shot from Tem, sort of. He didn't want to be on the rail. Oh, Jake's actually on reds. That's a really nice, clean pot. Like, he's timed that beautifully.
It's sensational.
And I'll tell you now, this is the difference right now between these tables we've got on stream here and the ones upstairs. Upstairs, a bit tougher, that shot. A little tighter. These ones a touch more leniency and can just time the ball a bit nicer to play the drawback shots.
Can you just drop that ball to the middle and then drop the other one in and pick the gap between the yellow and the black?
I don't think he wants to pick the gap. I think he wants to cannon the high side of the yellow and take the white off side rail and be back on the red again.
Yep.
Oh, looking at the overhead, I don't know if that's there, mate. So you play this because you want to be a bit straighter than what he's going to be. So I don't know if he can do it. That's why he's actually taking a bit of time. This is actually tricky. Can he actually drop it in and play a really delicate soft screw? Because he's no stress if he can play in the left middle. Sorry, mate. But the yellow's in the way. So this is actually like, you look at the table on the over and you think, well, this isn't hard. They're all there. But this is actually quite tricky. I think if you actually screw this back and pinch the left side jaw, you can be actually straight enough on the other red to just drop it in dead weight. What? He just fouled there.
Yeah. It's just cued the yellow ball.
I was like, he just performed some magic there. He's moved the yellow. Wow, Tem's got away with murder there. Well, actually, if I'm Jake, if I'm going to move a ball, I move the one over the middle that was causing the problem.
Yeah, obviously Jake's not happy with the
You know
with
what's
his
happened?
result
He's
there.
taken the beanie off and he's lost coercion. He's
lost his Smurf powers.
his hand eye's gone. He's moving balls with his hands.
Anyway, we've just found out Jake is human and we all make mistakes.
I actually said to a couple of people, I said the key to beating Jake, there's no real simple answer, but the real key is punishing his mistakes early in matches.
Yep.
Because he does tend, unless he's having a real good day out, he does tend to drop in the error here and there at the early start of the match.
Yeah.
And if you can punish him and get a good lead, but maintain your own skill level throughout the match, then you can roll him. But if you start letting him creep in and you make those errors, he's very relentless at punishing. So
yeah, for sure.
He's one of those players that you can't afford errors against, otherwise you just get beat.
That's what I've noticed when I've been away. If you can get those few frames early and put the pressure on them, doesn't matter how good the player is. When I've been on the mainland at some tournaments and stuff like that, everyone feels it.
Absolutely.
You've just got to put that scoreboard pressure on early. If you let them get 2 or 3 frames ahead in the long races, and they just start, free rolling.
Yeah, they can start steamrolling.
They got no trouble in the world, then all the pressure's on you.
Yeah, and also to make it really easy out becomes hard.
Yeah.
Travis doesn't need to do anything special here. He can just play the promotion shot. And that's exactly what he's done. I think he's actually, it sounds weird, but he's actually overhit that. Didn't want the yellow to be out so far. Like, you want to keep everything as a drop in, and now he's got stuff sort of going away from one another.
Yeah.
So he's hampered queuing here. This goes away from the balls that he wants to be on. Well, having said that, he can just drop it in and play the cut in the corner. It's not that bad.
I'd be taking the one in the. For me, I'd be taking the one in the right middle, going up and down the table, because you're going to land on both balls as long as you cue it and you get sort of down near the red somewhere on to the left of the black.
I would literally just drop it in and just cut the ball in the corner. I don't think the white can run that far on you. And you've got the ball in the middle. Just drop it in. Don't even have to stun it. He's going to stun into the red, maybe. He did, stunned into the red. Yeah. I like the confidence of that shot, but I don't know. To me, they were just all simple little roll-ins, but he's still good here.
I just think, I would have played that shot. Me, no superstar, but just a bit of, top left, firm, up, down the table, and you're landing on both yellows.
It's a good shot.
Beautiful.
Easy ball in the middle after this, and should go 6-4.
I'm not saying I would have potted it or got position, but that's the first shot I've seen.
So 6-4 to Jake. As Travis pegs one back, and Joel. Big frame this, because, wow, he's actually landed really not good there. He may have to pull the trigger here and try and get the can on the red on the outside red, because And what's really weird, and I'm not the greatest at reading angles on camera, but to me, the angle that you've got playing the left hand of these two that are on the right side is missing the cannon. It's going off back cushion and on the left side of the red.
He'll be playing the inside one.
But I don't know how he avoids the red. I reckon he can't not hit the red here.
Yeah, no, you can get past that.
Oh, it must go inside. Okay, well, I thought there's no way he's missing it, but this must sneak inside the yellow and clear the pocket.
This commentary gig's not as easy as I thought. That gap looked like it was about 3 kilometres wide past that red.
I didn't think he could miss it. May have to deep screw this. Play back to blue spot. Big shot coming up here. And he's just got up. He knows this is not easy. Underscrew this, you snooker yourself. Don't screw it, you accidentally check it up. Like, this is dangerous. There's his white ball. I think he's okay. Yeah, sigh of relief.
Yeah, he's just
cleared it.
Just
It
cleared
wasn't
it.
as easy as it looked, that shot.
No.
And
Obviously, he's had to compress the jaw just a little bit, or he wouldn't have played it that firm because he could have just spat the other ball out.
It was more white ball. He had to screw off a side rail to get position.
Yeah.
So 5-all from 5-2, I believe.
I had to do that.
Charlie's got a couple of fans over here in the commentary booth.
Oh, clearly just barracking for the guys that play snooker.
One fan, yeah.
Oh, please give me the line. No, I'm better off without it.
Salty, have you got barbecue sandboy chips? And you didn't give me any? They're the greatest chip in the world. Of course I can. I'll just turn it off.
Travis face cut. Oh, no, he's on the yellows, my bad. Good shot. He's still got
Tell you
lots
what,
of
there's a
crappy
lot
balls.
of there's a lot of work to do here.
Clacky 5-2 up on Greg Laurie. I just noticed on the pull stat scroll.
Yeah, Clacky was playing very, very well. He beat Jez 8-1, I think, last night, and then this afternoon he was 7-5 or 7-6 up on Rusty,
Lost
and
8-7.
Rusty not run them, but won the last 3 frames. So obviously, yeah, Clacky's as usual. He's playing very well, but
And Rusty's got 5-2 up on Roth as well. And it's really funny because Rusty's an interesting one at the moment because a lot of people think he's no longer relevant as far as the top elite are concerned. And he might be actually decide he's got something to say about that. Because if you think about it, he got flogged by Jake in the money match. And he's coming up against Robbo soon. I'll just let the cat out of the bag.
oh, really?
Yeah, January. Why not let the cat out of the bag now, eh?
Breaking news.
In January at Chalkers, I haven't set. It's going to be before Australia Day, one of the 2 weekends before Australia Day. I haven't set the exact date yet, but there is the biggest card that I've ever put on at that event, and I will tell you now, if you're listening, and you deserve this because you're listening to one of the best tournaments in Australia on the live stream, the main event will be Justin Sage and Jake McCartney,
That is absolutely huge.
and the other main event will be Rusty Wheeler and Mark Robertson.
Wow.
And the other matches are just as good.
That's unbelievable,
There
mate.
are
And-
2 other
and
matches that are fantastic matchups as well. And
Yep.
if one of them does fall through for whatever reason, because we're 6 months off that, I'll have a standby match as well. This is also just as nice to watch. So it's a sick card. I've been really quiet. I suffered from some burnout, but I've been playing in this one for a while. And the dates, because of nationals and black ball and all that sort of stuff,
yeah.
it's really hard to put something on for the rest of the year. There's too much stuff going up in Queensland as well. There's so many money matches. I didn't want to clash with anyone.
Yeah, we
And
obviously we spoke about this last night, and I wasn't overly impressed as was Saldy with the them putting money matches on this weekend. Like
look-
you can play them any weekend, but to clash with the Killer Crossover, a major tournament now, it's just, it's unfathomable. Why would you do it?
Mate, I don't disagree with you. I think it's not a smart move. All you're doing is killing the stream numbers across the board. Like, it's not a smart play. Like, this tournament's been running for quite some time now. The date's been set for quite some time. It's not, in my opinion, a wise move. You know, like, I don't know, maybe there are reasons it couldn't have it the week after or whatever, I don't know. But to me, it's just, I don't know. I've never, ever put on an event where it clashes with something else that I'm aware of.
No.
I see it counterproductive.
Getting back to that card you were talking about, mate. Obviously, all the other cards you've put on have been absolutely fantastic, and full credit to you. But this one here sounds absolutely unbelievable. Like, that's ridiculous.
It is. It's massive. That's just two of them. There's another two other matches. Like I said, it's
I don't want to put any pressure on you, but have you named the card yet?
I haven't, and I don't know what to yet.
It's a long way off, so you got plenty of time. But always look forward to the naming of the card, whether it be redemption or whatever they're being. But I'm sure you'll come up with something.
Yeah, this one's tricky for me. I don't know what to call it, but I'll come up with something. Maybe some people out there can. I will tell you the rest of the card.
Yeah,
I'll tell everyone the rest of the card while I'm out. I'm going to announce it next week. I was actually going to do a live stream this week, and I thought I'll wait till this event's finished so I can wrap it up as well. It's going to be I'm going to split my live feed up into two live feeds. One a wrap up one because I haven't been active for so long, and then I'm going to do some announcements as well of future events because I've got obviously an enormous one happening in June next year as well. But the other two matches is Dave Rothwell and Mick Skerry. And the other one's Luke Foster and Jaden D'Amica. So there's some sick matches happening.
Wow. Would they be standalone, or will they be streamed simultaneously, like two matches at a time?
No,
because
everything's...
that card should be standalone matches. I know you'd be pushed for time or whatnot.
Yeah, the unfortunate part is the Rothwell and Skerry and the Jaden and Luke Foster match will be streamed at the same time on the Saturday.
Yep, fair enough.
But we'll have a split screen like this.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate. It's really hard to play those long races over one weekend.
Yeah,
so you've
definitely.
You've got to split screen two of them, and you can't run main events at the same time. It's too hard. So that's the unfortunate part about it. But we split screen them like this. You know, you still get to see everyone play.
Oh, exactly right. Yeah.
Oh, I've got to go play anyway, folks. The great Ricky Lee has called me upstairs. I'm going to go fight him. I'll be back later.
And I guarantee you this one will be covered on Pool Stat, and it'll be up to date. It'll be quicker than live. They'll be punching it through before they finish frames, these guys. Steve-O doesn't seem overly confident in his chances upstairs against Darley. Sorry we haven't been talking about the live matches very much, but Steve-O and I just went off on a whim talking about our events and his events. So Jake 6-4 with Trav, as you can see from Pool Stat. Joel and Tem 5-all. Very, very hard here with the split screen to commentate both matches. So as Steve-O does, we'll try and concentrate on Jake and Trav, because possibly that may finish first. Looks like it's going to be a little bit of a scrap here. This frame, it might take a little bit to for one of them to get sorted out what they're going to do. Sorry, guys. I was just commandeering another commentator. Sam Thurgood turned me down. Just said not a chance in hell, Rudders. But I've got Paul Pike in the box. He's very happy to be here. Pikey is now live with Q Sports Taz.
G'day folks, how's it going? This two really very huge matches here. Very close too.
Yeah, Joel was a couple of frames down, and now I didn't see actually who just got that one. It's hard with the split screen. You're watching the other one. Joel got it, so he's now 6-5 up, and I think he was about 5-3 down.
Yeah, good comeback.
And Jake's battling away over there. He made a rookie error before where he actually ran his cue over a ball and fouled against Trav when he was pretty much on and out.
Oh, fair dinkum.
Yeah. So these matches are still both in the balance, but obviously great players, and it's going to be great to watch. They'll go to the wire, I would imagine.
So does score need updating on Joel's too?
Joel must be 6'5" because
Yeah.
because we're running with Pool Stat now, it has to all be updated live through Pool Stat.
There we go.
So it's not up to Salty, and it's just been done. So it all just flicks straight into the feed and is all done live. That's why we've encouraged all players to use it all weekend. There's only been a few players or a few matches that haven't done it. But
That's good.
yeah, no, it's been working well. How have you found the weekend, Pikey?
Oh mate, it's been awesome. Tournament's been run really well and tables are playing beautiful. Yeah, no, the venue's good. I've had a good time. Unfortunately, my pool game hasn't quite been up to it.
Yeah,
Just got knocked out last round.
as was I, mate. So we can just sit here and commentate and think about that a little between ourselves.
So looks like Tim's. Oh, that's all right. He's just extracted one of his difficult ones. Still got a lot of work to do for this out though. Might be able to run through off the edge of the black to get down to the top gush. Not sure.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy. Those two yellows.
I think he's looking, if the doubles, the plant double.
I tell you what, if that was on, he'd be happy as Larry for sure.
Yeah, you
But
might see
obviously
him
it's
try and
not.
push through off the black here. Yep. It's a nice shot. He might have to take one of those two yellows long after this.
Yeah, that's right. Those two. I reckon he's got the out angle here just to stun up a little bit.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of an angle.
Ooh.
Well, he's played the drop over.
I
It's a
tell you what, that's
smart
a smart shot.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
Clever shot. Yeah, that would have been murder to just go for the out there. It would have just been suicide, wouldn't it? Those two yellows, like.
Yeah, it's one of the ones you just having a knock in the pub, you'd probably take it on, but
Yeah.
when you're playing for sheep stations, you.
We've got a very, very tactical frame, even more so than Joel and Temujin on the right-hand side with Trav and Jake.
Trav
This-
loves a bit of a tactical frame.
Yes. And Jake's no mug at the tactical side either.
Oh no, he loves
Everyone just assumes he just. I think that was a
Black
foul.
fellas.
Yeah. Jake's called that on himself. Yeah. Jake obviously is no mug at the tactical side. Everyone thinks he
Yep.
just pots out all the time, but He plays a lot of shots to nothing, and you know he's got the tactical side down pat as well.
Oh yeah, he's been playing the game for I don't know how long, since he was knee high to a grasshopper.
Yeah, you've played against him a lot of times, Pikey.
Oh yeah.
Obviously been in the Victorian side. How many times, mate? Numerous times.
Yeah, I first played against him when I went to the Ballarat tournament, like back in the, I don't know, late 90s even, maybe early 2000s. And
Yep.
yeah, he was only, I don't know, 10 or something and wanted to play for $5. He was keen as anything. But yeah, he went through a phase, I think when he got to about 16, and his game just went leaps and bounds in about a year or two.
Yep. The frame is not getting any more open over here with Jake and Trav. It's just, I think there's going to be a bit of nudging and moving going on, and
Yeah. Trav's on the yellow, yeah?
yeah, not sure if he can force this one down the rail and get the reds out. I don't think he can. I don't know. I don't think the gaps.
He might be able to screw over and then run it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, either way, I think he'll be running the yellow down.
Yeah, he's got to do something because he's cooked down in that bottom right corner.
There's definitely a bit of a gap under the red, though.
Yeah. We've got the top view up there, and it does look from the top view like it's okay, but the red's forcing into his other red, and it's going to go in off from the top view that I can see.
Nah,
You don't reckon?
Nah. If he plays it slow, he'll just sort of push the red off to the side a bit.
Yeah, if he played it firm, it'd probably double kiss in. Yeah. See, on this view on the right, when you're looking at the normal view, it doesn't look like there's the gaps there. But when you're looking at the top view,
Yeah.
can you flick the top view over to here for a sec, Sal, just onto the big screen? So it definitely looks a lot wider there.
Yeah, he can't put one inside it, but
No,
he can
it's
move.
it's not ideal, but he just needs to get a bit of movement down there and get back involved in that corner.
Mm-hmm. Joel's got some work to do here. He's might try and play this off the yellow, I think. Yeah, that's what he tried.
Yeah. Oh, he had to, because those
Yeah.
other three reds they were going nowhere.
Yeah, he's tried to play that off the yellow, and then he can pot the other red and come around behind the. But he hasn't left too much. Temujin might be able to play the yellow into the red. No, he's just playing the snooker. That's a good shot.
Yep.
That's just turning the screws.
Yeah, definitely. It's not, as we know, mate. It's not just all about potting out, is it? It's just playing the right shots at the right time, and Tam obviously knows all that sort of stuff. He's a great player. He can pot out with the best of them, but.
Honestly, in this game, sometimes it doesn't matter how good the person you're playing is. If you're leaving them nothing, they can't really do much.
Exactly right. Few scores scrolling across the top there. Rusty Wheeler, 5-4 up on Dave Rothel.
That's a good one too, that match.
Yeah.
I think Paul Clack was, he might have already finished, has he? Yeah, he won that one. That's not a bad shot by Joel. He's sort of tied up the yellow a bit. That's about all he could hope for
just
there.
getting himself back in the frame, like keeping himself in the frame.
Yeah,
As
out
you
of the
gotta
snooker,
do.
that was a good result. Tim might try and, has he got the angle to nudge it?
I think he will, yeah. He'll play, yeah.
Might be going a little wide. To play it with a bit of
left-hand
check.
side,
maybe.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh, that's stiff.
might.
Do you reckon he's got to take it to the top right now, doesn't he?
If it's on, yeah.
I think he definitely will go to the
The other
to
thing he
top
could
right.
do is play the yellow into the red and push the red to the side row.
Yep.
If it wasn't on, but must be on.
That's straight in the heart. Oh, a little
Yeah.
bit to the left. It's a great shot, though. Confidence, full confidence. But once again, though, he sort of played a shot to nothing. Like,
Yeah,
Joel's got the ball to the middle pocket, which is it's a lot finer chop than it looks there on the angle.
yeah.
Thames just punched that one in like it was over the hole. Stu's, he's screwing
Oh,
back.
Jake's played the opener. Didn't get him. Didn't get them all out though. Six all, Tim and Joel.
Smitty just knocked up his 50. And 52, Payne's on 20.
What are we down? 5 or 6?
5 Wade's down there. We're up to we're about 100 now, 105 or something.
Not that this is a cricket stream, guys, but apparently Steve Smith's just knocked up another 50 in the Ashes, which I'm pretty stoked about, Poggy. You a cricket fan?
Oh, not really, no.
Oh, my goodness, Poggy.
Sorry about that, mate. But
Jesus. Anything Australia and the Poms, mate. Come on.
that's it.
Right, so it's getting to the pointy end of these matches here now.
Oh, yeah. Who's break? Tim's break? Yep.
6-6. Yep, Thames racking them. Tem will be breaking. He would like a nice big split here and just, like
Yeah.
5 or 6 drop-ins and a black. That's all you want.
It's funny how sometimes when you get in these end of the long race battles, they seem to get more dry breaks because they're a bit
Yeah.
tense on the cue or something.
Yeah, bit tight in the arm, yeah, for sure. Like you can practice all day and, you know, you'll be getting balls off the break the whole time. You come to
Yeah.
a match and, you know,
Yeah.
when it comes down to having to get a ball, how often do you come up dry, you know?
I like that. Have a look at that.
Yeah.
I think
Work to do though. Even
yeah, he's
Obviously-
going yellows, I'd say.
yeah, definitely yellows, but he's going to need to do a bit of nudging here. The furthest left yellow, the yellow furthest on the left, just he needs to get neat on that and probably get rid of that early.
Yep.
And then he needs a nice angle on the yellow to the right, down to the bottom right corner, just to nudge that other yellow over past the red so it goes to the bottom left pocket. The other balls
Yeah.
all take care of themselves, but he's just working out that map now, isn't he? He just needs
Yeah,
to sort
the problem with that nudge down the bottom near the black, you're not really going to be on the other yellow after you nudge it, so you need another pickup ball.
Yeah,
you know
that's what
I
I'm saying. He won't be. He want to do it as soon as he can. So he's still
Yeah.
got maybe a pot up to the top there.
He might even take the one in the middle and run. Nah, I was going to say and try and run into it now, but the red's in the way.
Yeah, he probably. Yeah, he'd have to play into the red in Canada, but yeah, he won't.
He's not going to play the deep screw into the black from there, is he?
He may well be. He's got a big target,
Nah, he's too controlled for that.
so this is the shot now. I reckon he'll nudge this.
Yeah,
Just hopefully that black doesn't go on to the red.
yeah.
I
he
reckon-
should be all right. The yellow will go right over to the side.
Yeah, the yellow will be fine. I reckon. He's going to have to do it with a little bit of pace to get it over there. Not super hard because obviously the yellow is really tight to the black. You just don't want to push the black down onto the yellow, obviously.
Yeah, the problem is the shot after he nudges it. He can leave himself a long yellow, but ideally he doesn't want that. He wants to be up nice and close to him.
I think, though, if he leaves the white, like if it stays right where the edge of the black is, if he can do that, that yellow to the top left for him is hugely...
Didn't quite... He's...
Jeez.
I think it goes in the middle now, but that's about it.
Yeah, he's going to need to be pinpoint everywhere here now.
That could be his last ball, I guess. Drop it in the middle and you got
Yeah.
the black.
Yep. We hoping the bottom of these 3 yellows goes. It must do. He's looking at it.
Like you say, that one behind the red up the top there, they're quite tight into the middles from that angle.
Yep.
I've noticed.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be playing it with any sort of pace. You want to be pretty much straight behind it.
It's a nice pot.
I think he's going to have to nudge it now. He's not going to have any choice. Like,
He could run into the red, but
yeah.
it's a little bit dodge. And getting down onto that last yellow is hard too. Like, you know, you really want a good angle on your last ball to get down there. Yeah, he's played the...
Ooh.
See, even now... Sorry. Even now, getting down to his... the yellow near the black.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
He's going to need a miracle. He's going to have to...
He could maybe stun off the side and back into the red,
Yeah.
but even then...
Because if you don't do that and stay into the red, you can't play into the yellow because you're just relying on luck to get the angle to land on your last yellow.
Yeah, no, this is pretty big actually. I don't... Yeah, even Joel's realised he...
I don't think it's firm enough, but yeah, he had the idea. Just take that bottom back.
See, and that shows too, Joel, he's got a bit of like foresight, you know. He knew he wasn't going to... He couldn't
Bit of
get...
nous. Yeah, once
they
he was
wouldn't-
out of position. Yep.
Yeah, so he's pulled up. That's something a lot of lesser players struggle with. They pot themselves into too much trouble and get stuck on the last ball. And
For sure. Dave Rothwell, Rusty Wheeler just scrolled across the top up there. 5-all.
nice. What's the score with Barnett and Rocky, do we know?
We'll just have to wait and see if she scrolls along the top there. Thanks, Cobber. The players always seem to just not tighten up a little bit, but take that little bit extra time when it gets to sort of 6-5, 6-all. You know, you get into the pointy end. They'll be a bit looser the first, you know, when it's 4-3 or 4-all, or you know they know they've got a few frames up their sleeves. But now, every frame is pivotal, which they are at the start of the match. But you always feel a little bit more of the pinch at the end.
It's like
Every shot takes, you know, another 5 or 6 seconds or whatever. Just, you know, you give it that little bit of extra thought.
he's trying to decide whether he wants to take this on, come around behind the red. But he knows there's no going back if he doesn't pot out there.
Yeah.
You know. So I think he might have to take it.
I don't even think he needs to go really high. He just needs to stand into the side rail and sort of get below the ball at the balk line. Yeah, leave himself the angle just to, as Jamie Stevens say, just float down.
Yeah, the problem is if he doesn't come out far enough, or even if he does, like to pot that yellow that's near the black into the middle and beyond the one up in the book is not a great shot. That's why he's not.
Sorry, I'm watching Jake's match.
Okay. I thought you were talking about this one. That's the problem when you got two screens
Yeah,
going.
I've flicked over, mate. But yeah, no, we're calling all the right shots. We're just talking about different matches.
Yeah, so looks like Jake's got this. Oh, he's left himself a bridging, I think.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to be another inch down because it'd be a bit of a Chinese.
It's amazing how much difference it is when you're bridging over a ball,
Yeah.
how much harder the shot is.
He's just
He's got
pretty
enough.
happy with that, though, I reckon, Jakey. Right, so Jakey's on the hill at 7-5 against Trav. And
Tim's just played the cover down there, and so now Joel's. That creates a lot of problems for Joel, that red now. Stops the black as well.
yeah,
Joel's just looking at whether he can squeeze it in behind the red, get the pocket. I think that's what he's going to do. Yeah.
oh,
He's had a GO.
I'll tell you what, it was more of a chance of potting that red than getting it out of there, wasn't he? He's hit that nowhere near how he wanted to hit it.
Trav with the big break, potted a red.
Hello.
Reds aren't bad either.
Yep. So all the
That's-
reds look really nice. Just the one on the right hand side at the top near the balk line. Work around that, but all the other ones pot cleaned everywhere. He doesn't need to touch them.
That's a good shot by Tim there. He's just promoted a few balls, and I think he's out now. Definite chance for Tim here.
Tem's looking really good. Like there's a few players that are looking really good, but Tem seems
He's hit the side of that.
Tem seems really switched on for this this weekend. Obviously, he had a bit of a he had a few drinks last year, as we know, and I mean that he only cost himself. It was no problem, and he knows that, and we've talked to him about it before this year, and he wants to redeem himself, and he's playing really good pool.
Yeah, he had a good time last year, didn't he?
Yeah. Until he had the Sherbies at in the final, and in the lead up to the final, but just no one beats Tem 8-0 or I think it was 8-0 or 8-1, whatever it was, if he's
Oh, he's missed that one.
in the right frame of mind. Simple as that. He's
Wow.
too good at cures.
He's just give Joel the frame back.
That's what happens when the commentator starts praising people up, isn't it, Pikey? It's just what happens.
That's a big error, especially at 6-all in the match. That's the thing when you get near the business end. Like every shot, every decision is just magnified.
Yeah, exactly right.
If Joel can pinch this now, it's a bit of a psychological dagger too when you shouldn't have the frame and then you almost get away with it. There we go, Andy Barnett's 5-3 up, it just said,
5-3 up.
on Rocky. You can see them on the table in the background behind Travis.
Yep. Trav's played that rail first and just potted it clean as a whistle. I'm pretty sure he was playing. Was he playing for coverage, or do you reckon he's played too hard to play for coverage?
Yeah, I think he tried to play for a bit of inner over, but he did hit it harder than he wanted to. It surprises me that Joel's taken this shot first, but maybe it's not as thin as it looks. I think he knows he's pushing the red out the way of the black. That's why he's doing it.
Yeah,
But the problem is, like,
he needs to land on the left
his
yellow.
white might end up over on the side rail.
Yeah, and the red will be blocking the ball to the left middle to drop up to the top.
It's more the white. Like, I reckon he'll be losing the white.
Yep.
He doesn't want to land over
I
on
think he
the...
can play it pretty firm though, can't he? Because I mean, the red's going to
Yeah,
be
but
going
you
up
don't-
table, but it's not going to go up to the top pocket.
You don't really want to... I mean, I personally like this way. You take the middle, you go up the top, you screw down.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to land on the right angle on the last yellow, but...
Yep.
See, the problem with this way, you do have to land pretty...
Yeah, you have to be...
Not precise, but there's only a small area to land.
Yep.
If you come past straight, the black doesn't go back into the corner.
Yeah, he wants to be pretty much in line with the centre pocket, doesn't he? So he can just sort of
Yeah,
stun,
but
screw back sort of thing. Or,
if you're too wide, you haven't got the black, and if you're not wide enough,
yeah.
The black doesn't go back the other way. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a small triangle he needs to land in here, just past the middle pocket.
I think he's better off being short though. So at least if he's short, pots the yellow,
Yeah,
he can then go
That-
into the black.
that looks perfect.
Yeah,
He's
that's
just going to soft screw back here and
Yep.
bang bang.
Yeah, he can even just, if he's, that little bit high, he can
He's-
just soft screw off the black a little bit, can't you? And you're still going to be on it.
Yeah, he is grimacing a little. It's not quite perfect. Yeah, he's tried what you said.
Yeah.
He might be running towards in off here too.
Yeah, definitely. I think, I think a shot like that, from the angle I was looking at, I think in practice Joel would just get down and just hit that, and he would have caught the black just that little bit fuller, and he would have been on it. It's that just that little bit of tension in the back arm,
Yeah. Looks like he's missing the middle. Maybe. He's a bit concerned about it. Yeah, so it was heading towards him.
Straight in off, yeah.
I think he was hoping he was just going to catch the jaw. Big difference that 6-7 either way.
Yeah, definitely. That's I mean, Joel's played a lot of snooker, eight ball and all that. He looked at it for that long because he knew it was going to be close, but he didn't have another shot. Like, you've got to...
The problem was the white ended up on the rail as well, so he couldn't really screw off it or...
Yeah.
Yeah, the double, that's what it was an option.
It's Andrew
could've-
Saltmarsh here, the Q Sports Taz extraordinaire, has just said, could have done the double. And he might be right too. But we'll never know. Jolie will be just praying for a ball here. What? Oh, Trav here looks to be in a little bit of a pickle with Jake 7-5 up,
And
and this yellow is
that's danger.
that's all over.
Yeah, right. your
If
own
Jake
ticket.
doesn't get these, I tell you what, I'm going home tonight and I'm not even coming here tomorrow to do anything. I'll just go all the way back to Launceston. I'll say, Pikey, you can take it from here, son.
No worries. You just leave the prize money with me. I'll hand it out. Yeah, Jake should eat these alive.
Ah,
He's Gets rid of that one near the black. Second shot. Nice. That was about the only one that was any problem.
They just all link up perfect, don't they? Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
It's like a road map.
Yep. I reckon he wanted to be out a little bit further there and take the one to the middle. He'll probably take. He will still take it, but he would have been straighter and take the other one first. Oh, no, he still had the angle. I thought he was too narrow on it.
Tickle it in.
Yeah.
Just give himself a little bit of an angle here to just roll it in and come up. Perfect. Christmas. So, McCartney advances.
He has done extremely well, Jakey. He's doesn't seem to be exerting too much energy. He's pretty relaxed about the whole thing, isn't he?
Yeah, he's always pretty casual, loose. Like. It's one of those things with this game. You can't be tense. You've got to be relaxed, but you've got to be concentrating. You know what I mean? Like, there's a fine line. And I think Jake's one of the best at that. He's
he's got that measure now. Like, I mean, it's fine to say he's off the liquor now and doesn't drink when he's playing that, but he was still doing it when he was having a drink. Like, he was winning tournaments all the time. He'd drink all night, but obviously he's giving himself more of a chance now. He's that little bit older.
Oh, absolutely. Like, you know, even he knows, like, it makes a difference. You know, just the odd lackadaisy shot probably when you're having a drink, you know what I mean? Where everything's just sharper when you're not.
Yeah. Right, so obviously now we can just concentrate on the one frame, and
this could be all over.
Yeah, it doesn't look too
promising
difficult here
for Joel
at all for Tim. Yeah, Joel, he might be in a bit of a pickle. I think the yellow just above the red there, like at the bottom.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he'll leave that till last and just play around the other ones and then drop that one in for the black back to the left middle?
Well, depending on this angle. Oh no, it's a bit finer than it looks. I was going to say.
Oh, you can get on the black off any of them, really. I just thought, well.
I think he actually wanted to come a bit straighter on the one next to the black here to play it into the middle.
Yep.
It's a little bit thinner than he would have liked. So now he's taking this one. Oh, he didn't want that kiss.
Oh, I tell you what, he's still on the one just above that red, thankfully, or he was in.
That wasn't what he played for, though.
No, definitely not.
He might just stun back an inch or two and then cash the one in the middle and have a thin
He'll
cut
have
on.
to, yeah, because that's just a little close to the black to be trying to get position off that to the black, isn't it? You got to get rid of that first.
No, he's stunned over. That's a nice shot. He could come right across and play it down into the bottom right.
Yeah.
Then he's got the black back the other way. But
I definitely think, as you said, I think he wanted to get rid of that ball prior. He didn't want that ball to be his last ball. And that is landed perfect.
yeah, no, it's no dramas. It's just a little run through here and he's into the next round.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it's sat there. Can you believe that? Tim's gone and had a look at it.
I thought that was in as well. I actually looked away.
I think there's a little gremlin or something in there. Has poked his head up and said,
That yellow is deep. Look how deep that is in there. When he hit it, I watched it to the balk line. I just thought that's in,
"That's yeah,
and I looked away, and then yeah,
90% in." There's
Yep.
still 10% of it hanging out.
exactly.
Tell you what, imagine if that makes a difference in this match.
Yeah,
Wow. Joel's like, if I bump the table, is that falling in? Joel might play a snooker. What do you reckon?
I don't reckon.
I think he will. I reckon 100% Joel's playing a snooker. He's not going for these.
Where's he going to cut off the angles? Is he just going to leave the white below the two reds, cut it off with the black, or
I don't know. What if he runs through and gets the snooker down near this corner pocket
yeah,
and leaves him close to the back rail? You know what I mean? So there's no angle to come out
yeah.
off the long
I think
rail.
he's just looked at that now. Actually, that angle to the top corner,
Yeah, and
leaving him off it.
if he leaves him hard up on this bottom rail, there's no up and down cushion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the red's sort of blocking the other angle. I reckon that's the shot.
Yeah, he's looking up there exactly now.
He's going to run through a little bit and leave the white hard up on the rail. No, he didn't put it hard up on the rail. I thought he would have put the white closer to the cush. Mind you, this still not easy to get out. Is the black in the way? Might have to put a little bit aside. No, black's probably not in the way.
I tell you what, and because that yellow's so deep in the pocket, you know, if that's out another inch, it's
Yeah.
a lot easier shot, isn't it? But because it's so deep now, you've only got that little edge of it to
You
hit.
know, the other thing I think Joel might have been doing, trying to make sure the red was in the path of the black, in case he did fluke the yellow as well.
Yep.
So Thames just elected for the kick up on the black.
Oh, no, that's not good enough.
You don't reckon?
Nah, that black's still going to pot even if he gets behind it or whatever.
Tell you what, it gives Joel a bit of work though.
Geez, you know, Joel would be pretty happy to have two shots from here, from where he was, obviously, that he's got another shot, but I would think he'd get these with two shots.
Not guaranteed, that's for sure.
Oh, not guaranteed, but I'd back him.
Especially when you're 6-7 down, whips,
Yeah.
whips are cracking.
Also, though, when you know, he's just thought, I'm out of the tournament. If that yellow drops up the top, sometimes you just, you know, feel that little bit looser.
Yeah, yep.
So it could help him a little bit.
He's got that one near the middle pocket too. It was fairly tight into the middle. Could play a double now.
Yeah, definitely. I'd play the double now. He looks pretty good on it.
If you're confident on your doubles, why not?
Yeah. He shook his head.
It's one of those things though, you got to sort of put a bit of faith in the table
Yeah.
when you're playing doubles.
Yep.
It's not my favourite shot.
I love a double, but yeah, the further they get away from the side rail, you know, the more can go wrong. Yeah, he's potted it clean as a whistle. You'd expect him to pot that. Like he's pretty much perfect on the double, isn't he?
He might be able to get behind the bad red now. I don't know whether he will or not. But
No, I think he'll get rid of these two first.
Yeah. Yeah, if he just leaves himself a little bit of angle, depends how straight he is on this red. Got to play a dinky little stun if he is straight on it. That's not ideal either.
It's not ideal, no.
If you're Rusty Wheeler here, you're going round 4 and landing fat behind the red.
Yeah. Yeah, correct. Yep. He would too.
Yeah, Rusty would have a heap of side on this.
Yeah, and he'd play and hit this rail below Bork on the right-hand side and be coming round him behind. And he'd be fat as mud into the corner or the right-hand side.
See what Joel does. He's playing it
He
with a
might.
bit of top right. 1, 2,
He's playing it as well.
3, 4.
He's going to be perfect to the bottom corner.
So that's not bad. You take that, knock this in and have 2 on the black.
That's not usually a shot we would call for Jolie, but he's played it as Rusty would.
Two shots on the black. You were right. You backed him to get him.
Oh yeah, I probably would think with 2 shots in the bag, it makes this more of a certainty to put.
But the only
You
thing
pot
he was looking at the middle there. No, don't be silly.
No
You've got to
way.
take it long. The only thing that can go wrong is it bobbles out and runs down the back cush.
I think he'll just pot it clean as a.
Oh,
Pikey.
I've nearly mozzed him.
Pikey's near mozzed him.
He's played that a bit heavier than I thought he would.
Yeah, that's why you always play that bit softer, like you said, because you can always rattle along and go along the rail, can't you?
Yeah. Sometimes when you're a bit tense on the shot, sometimes you play
Yeah.
it a bit harder than you meant to too.
If he has 1 shot there, he probably pots it just clean as a whistle.
Maybe.
You don't.
I think. They're all checking that corner pocket. That ball was 90% in the hole. So Tim's got a chance here. He's got the 1 red on the side rail that he's got to. Could be Could be his last ball. He could get an angle on the one in the balk to move it too now. If he just runs through on this. No, he's taking the one down the rail now. If he makes this is nearly frame ball and match ball. Not that pocket again. Not that pocket again. Oh, no. So, Joel gets a look in. Oh, so Joel's just killed the black onto the yellow there. Well, killed the yellow, I should say. I think the black looks like the black is still on into the middle if Tam gets a shot, which which I'm pretty sure he will be getting a shot.
Sorry, Pikey,
No,
few
you're right.
admin issues there, but
Okay, so we got 7
back
all,
on.
and Tim's run the red down, and it's sat over the same pocket again. And now Joel's at the table. He's just pushed the black against his yellow, which he's not happy about. But looks like he's playing a back double. Tell you what, if this is could be his last shot if it goes wrong. No, he's got it. Oh, he's going to play the snooker now.
oh yeah. I tell you what, this is where the pump happens in the games, isn't it, Pikey?
The thing with this snooker still leaves Tem an up and down. If he pushes the black out, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if Tem can manage to pot the red here,
Yeah, it's just interesting. Can he get past the other red to get to the one over the pocket?
it's
But
tough.
I mean, even if he hits a red, like it's still not easy for Joel. Like from where the white's going to be, you wouldn't think.
Yeah, he definitely needs to hit a red.
Oh yeah, but if Tam hits a red, Joel's hasn't got drop-ins, has he?
No, that's right. They're still tough. It's very tough. He's playing it with a bit of check side.
Yeah.
Squared it up. He's managed to pot it.
That is a great shot.
That's what I mean. Like, a problem with Joel's snooker. It was a good shot, but when you're playing a classy player, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it was the right shot. He had to play the snooker, but
One big
Tim's come
pot
up with
here.
Tim's
and-
come up with an awesome shot there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at that.
he's home. What a shot out of the snooker, eh?
It's only perfect. Yeah. That was huge. With that check to go around the other side of
Yeah.
the yellow to the ball. That was unbelievable.
Might even see a pow after he pots this.
No, I don't think we're powling this year.
Ah, very good. Well done, Tim.
Yeah. All right, Pi, we'll have a bit of a spell for a bit. Thank you very much, mate, for jumping on and
Yeah, no problem.
give us a
All
hand
good.
with your expert comments, buddy. We'll wait for the next matches to roll on. Thanks, pal.